I wanted to create a little bit different kind of video to help explain the overall concept of partly part of this program, but mainly Project One in EDU 614. So EDU 614 is technology and online education. And so with that, there are a couple big overall arching goals that we want you to achieve from completing Project One. But what I wanted to talk to you about are the overall important pieces to Project One. So what it is that we want this program and this course to help prepare you to be more than just the best online teacher you can be. We want to prepare you for leadership situations in the world of online education, especially in K-12. So a lot of Project One goes along with different skill sets and different things that you would have to consider when you're designing your own courses. So a lot of you may have been teaching online for a while, but you may not have been involved in that course development process. So there are two keys to this. They chose Canvas because they want you to get used to a different learning management system. They want you to see and figure out and research all the tools that are available through Canvas, so you know what you need to go looking for externally and what you have internally within the LMS. On top of that, the other main focus is alignment. So when the whole concept of Web 2.0 came out, everyone's like, oh, these are awesome, amazing tools. They look so awesome. They look so cool. I'm going to put this in my course, and I'm going to put this in my course. And so we ended up with a massive mess of tools and courses that didn't have any meaning. So the important piece to this first project is understanding the concept of alignment. That's why we start with choosing 2 state standards, writing measurable learning objectives from them, creating an analysis, and aligning them to ISTE standards. So we have that. It's called backwards design. We get that strong foundation first from the objectives, the standards, and then from there, that's when we build our entire lesson. Now we choose those standards and objectives around the lesson topic that we're going for, and then we start to build out the lesson. And that's where we choose the tools. The tools we're choosing are things that should help us accomplish the information or the items in those standards and goals. So if I'm doing creative writing project, then my tools should center around possibly like something where I could interactively write and gather feedback from my instructor or from my peers. And so I can share my writing and we can make comments and we can do different things like that. Or, it may be how I present my writing when I'm finished with it. So I'm looking for tools that do that. And so I go and also on top of this, we're not looking for tools that just link, because I can put a link to any tool, like I said back in the beginning, in my course, but that's not integration with Canvas. That's not talking data back and forth. And so that's where that EDU App Center piece comes in. So that part of the project, you have to explain the data integration and how it works, so we know that you understand that concept of what's internal, what's external, and so forth. But on top of that, the next piece I want to talk about are those 5 individual special students. And so the goal is not to find one tool that's going to meet all 5 needs, because you're not going to find that. I looked through the public discussion forum today, and some of you have been looking for a tool that meets all 5 needs. And that's not the purpose of that piece. The purpose is you design a lesson, but you realize that there are different kinds of students in your course. And so you may have to do different things to meet those student needs. You may have to go out and get a different tool or use a different tool in order to meet the needs. So you may choose one that doesn't, say, have closed captioning options. So you may have to look at an alternative resource to help you meet the needs of that student. The one that I want to focus on probably more than anything else, though, is that student E, that academically gifted student. And so what I'm seeing more and more of is that we're really just, in a lot of the Project Ones I've seen submitted so far, we're just saying, I'm going to have them do the same thing, but in a different way. Like, rather than them read the content, I'm going to have them listen to the content. And so you got to think, does that challenge them to grow and do something new when they already have an expanded vocabulary? Probably not. But if I'm having students create a project, whether that be a poster, whether it may be whatever, a written assignment. What if I turn that concept around, and instead of having the academically gifted student create the same product, what if I give them the challenge of creating a lesson that will teach the other students in the course about that concept and have them present it as a lesson, almost like they were a teacher? So that is something that's going to challenge them above and beyond. So those are the things we're doing. So the whole purpose of this project is to, one, get you used to a new learning management system, get you used to checking out some new tools, but understand that tools have to have a purpose in a course. Like, the goal is not to put the latest and greatest and fanciest tools in a course. You want to have tools that align to the goals and the standards and objectives that whole course is based on. And so I hope this helps you a little bit more with understanding Project One.